Hello, my friend and earthly neighbor, and welcome to the first week of what I call Rocktober. Last week might have been a little intense. You were finding your balance, Saturn hit step 22, and Pluto went direct, which means our karma began to march forward. This week, Sensei says, now that you have found your inner balance, it's time to find your personal peace. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your weekly Namaste Today. Welcome to Namaste Today, a karma-free way to kickstart the day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Sensei Christopher Witecki. Welcome back, my friend. Namaste. Well, we are now on to the month of Rocktober, and boy, are we rocking it. Saturn is direct in Sagittarius. Pluto is direct in Capricorn. That means our stories and our karma are marching ahead. And this week, I argue a full moon in Aries is going to wage war on discovering your peace. So in our upcoming segment this week, I'm going to talk you through the week and how it builds up to the full moon. And later in our tea time, I'm going to drill down on what the full moon means for you and all 12 signs. But first, let's take a look at the week's moods and your zodiac weather. This zodiac weather is from Monday, October 2nd to Friday, October 6th, 2017. Looking at your 5-day moodcast. Well, the week starts off kind of soft, but climaxes on Thursday with a full moon in Aries. Let's drill down. On Monday, it's sunny and anxious as you move forward to restore balance, but a moon in Pisces makes you feel sensitive. On Tuesday, it's sunny and super fertile as you finally get the trick of it and find your balance and open up to your spiritual senses. On Wednesday, it's sunny and healing as step 11 rules the day, and Black Lilith comes to step 26, which means decisions about fears. But then Thursday, it's a full moon in Aries. At step 12, you'll be sunny and growing, and you'll be called to choose between your feelings and your heart. Then on Friday, though, it's cloudy with a chance of showers. Could be aftermath of the full moon, as step 13 rules the day, and Mercury and the Sun call for integrity. Well, this week is the week where you're going to finally nail down what it takes for you to find your inner peace and keep it. In this upcoming segment next week, I'm going to walk you through the week and the full moon. Taking a peek at the upcoming week, I coined this week, Making Peace. And when I say making peace, I mean making peace with yourself and making peace with others. Last week, we really had a traumatic shift. We had to find our inner balance. Saturn hit step 22 and Pluto went direct. So really, the story that we were born to live and the karma of the earth started moving forward. And our whole goal was just to stay in balance and not fall out of balance. Over the weekend, you probably came to some decisions about what you need to do to maintain that inner balance inside of you. And this week, now that we have that inner balance, we're going to attempt to make peace. Make peace with ourselves and make peace with others. And I believe the reason why we have no peace with others is because we lack peace with ourselves. Now, what's ironic about this is it's going to be a big, full, fiery moon in Aries, okay, that literally wages a war on peace. So there might be some tension, there might be some sort of aggression in order for you to open the door to what it really takes to have peace. And we may have some sort of a threat that happens, but I would argue it's only a threat because God's intention this week is clearly making the peace. So let me walk you through the week and up to the full moon on what you can expect. On Monday, it's sunny and anxious, like I said. Step 9 rules the day, and the moon is in Pisces. So the universe is saying, go forward now with whatever your plans were to find that inner balance and that inner harmony. And over the weekend, you might have made some decisions that you're going to start this or stop that or be this or not be that, okay? And once those were in place, Monday was the day to make it happen. So definitely move forward on Monday. But the Aries energy of step 9 can make you feel anxious And the moon is in Pisces on Monday, so everyone is hypersensitive. So unfortunately, the universe is saying go forward with your peace under a very aggressive vibration and sensitivity. So Monday may be a little hard. Tuesday, though, it is sunny and very fertile. Step 10 rules the day. And Tuesday is really the day where you build the foundation for that inner balance and that inner harmony that you worked on last week. So Tuesday, you just have to love and trust everything is happening as it's supposed to. And the moon crosses over Chiron on Tuesday, which means that you will have an emotional healing. Actually crosses over Neptune, which means you'll have a spiritual and emotional healing that will help your fertility. That healing may be that you finally let go of old stuff and you release. On Wednesday, you'll be sunny and doing more healing. In fact, healing is really the theme on Wednesday. Tuesday was the foundation. Wednesday is the healing. And Wednesday is the day where the moon crosses Chiron. So you actually release and let go of negative karma at that point, which is awesome. Chiron has retrograded to step 25, by the way, which is the Grandmaster step of Pisces. And so whatever healing that happens between Tuesday and Wednesday, it was likely fated and necessary. Black Lilith, which is the planet that shows us where we're having all of our fears, Black Lilith hits step 26 on Wednesday, and that means you come to a decision about your fears. And you may think that's not a big deal, but trust me, most of the problem with fears is the fact that it has no end. You don't know what to do about it. So I think part of the healing is also that you come to a conclusion about how you're going to face your fears, and this opens the door for the story you were born to live and the things that you want to do. So Wednesday is a very good day. I would plan anything on Wednesday. The moon moves into Aries in the later half of the day, so you're going to feel strong after your healing. Then on Thursday, we have the full moon. This full moon is at step 12. Step 12 is the emotional bridge. So this full moon is going to end up being a tug-of-war between your feelings and your ego, the moon in Aries, okay, and also your heart and what balances, etc. And so this might be a bit of a tug-of-war. I'm actually calling it a growing full moon because I think it will be some sort of push to move forward. And we really feel pretty wishy-washy when the sun is in Libra. Everyone feels kind of weak. Everyone feels oversensitive. But this full moon will give you the strength to literally wage war with bringing justice and fairness into your life. And a new door may open on this full moon too. I would not be surprised if people get offered jobs or new relationships pop in or something really interesting happens on this full moon. Thursday, I'm calling it Friday, I'm calling it cloudy with a chance of showers. Excuse me for being mixed up there. That's because after this full moon, step 13 rules the day, which means we'll have a minor breakdown and breakthrough. And that breakdown and breakthrough is probably tied to whatever realization you had with the full moon. Okay, so the full moon pulled you into a tug-of-war. It was probably a very private realization. And then it's probably on Friday that everyone sends out emails or posts on Facebook, and there's this breakdown. Because whenever we're restoring balance, that usually means something is going to end up losing, right? If somebody was taking too much, that means the person who is standing up for themselves is going to stop allowing that to happen. So Friday might be a chance of showers. There might be some breakdown. But the sun is conjuncting Mercury, and Mercury's at step 11 on Friday. And that means that whatever breakdown that happens, it's for your greatest good. So I'm thinking that if it does break down, it's good, it was long overdue, and you probably knew it had to happen. So don't worry too much about it. Just to give you a tiny sneak peek, Saturday and Sunday will feel wonderful. On Saturday, you'll have your breakthroughs, and on Sunday, you'll be feeling totally in sync because step 15 is the Grandmaster step of Libra. And that's when I think you will have finally made peace. So, in a nutshell, this week is about making peace. It starts off anxious, it climbs to a full moon, there's some sort of a breakdown, and by Sunday at the end of the week, you have finally made peace with yourself and perhaps with others. But, considering this is such a powerful full moon, I want to get a little deeper and talk about what it means for each of the 12 signs. So, go steep yourself some tea, and let's have our weekly tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. This week's tea time topic is the Aries full moon. Now this full moon may be a bit more intense than usual because the full moon is in Aries. And this is the one full moon where we feel our ego, we feel our strength. And it's opposing the sun in Libra, which is relationships. So this is probably the #1 full moon where people get into fights, okay? Yeah, that's right. Bella's agreeing with me. Okay, we won't, Bella. We'll be good, honey. So this full moon's important because it represents a tug-of-war going on between your heart, which is trying to find peace, harmony, and balance, something you've worked on for over a year with Jupiter in Libra, and it involves your emotions and your ego. And I think because the moon's in Aries, we'll be at that kind of like point where enough is enough, all right? Kind of the Irene Cara. Enough is enough. Or did she say, I Will Survive was her song. But all those 70s songs were like full moon and Aries songs where women were like, ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? So let's go down for all the 12 signs and talk about what the tug-of-war will be and where to choose. Starting with our purebreds, the Aries. Aries, this will be the most egotistical full moon of the year for you. The full moon is in your house of ego. I would not be surprised if every Aries on the planet doesn't have at least one moment where they want to cuss somebody out, okay? And this full moon is opposing relationships. So you're going to feel very strong in your ego and very strong in your convictions, and that's going to be what allows you to open a new door, because this is a step 12 full moon, open a new door in your long-term relationship thinking. That's with yourself and with others. So changes in relationships due to an inflated ego. Taurus. Taurus are going to have, and this is so rare, thank God, a full moon in the house of faith. So you're going to be full of faith for once. That's something you've been working on for so long. And by having faith and feeling that faith, Tauruses will make different decisions about what their daily lifestyle should be. And they'll be opening the door to a new idea of what their life should be because they will be feeling the faith. All right? So try a new lifestyle when you're feeling the faith. Geminis. Geminis are going to feel a very strong social calling. You're going to feel like you have an importance in society, you have a potential in society, you have a role in society, and because you feel that strength of where you feel you belong in the world, you're going to open a new door to your personal heart's desires. So your heart is going to open up to new ideas, Gemini, ideas, that you hadn't allowed yourself to think about or process or consider in the past. And it's because you feel strong in public. I would say Geminis are very popular on this full moon, probably helping other people stop fighting. Cancers. Cancers are going to feel very, very strong about their career and their legacy, which does include children. Scrapbooks, anything that you leave behind on the planet is your legacy. And you're going to feel strong enough about what you're called to do in the future that you're going to be ready to open up new doors of how you nurture yourself and open up new ideas about home and family, which is Cancer's expertise. So Cancers will literally feel their career, which will help them change their home. Leos. Leos are going to feel very, very confident about what they believe. They've been very uncertain. Uranus has been beating them up when it comes to belief, forcing them to learn more and more. But you're going to feel very strong about what you believe, and that's going to allow you to open a new door of thinking. Probably open a new door of logic or intellect or reasoning. Perhaps open a new door of conversation with someone that you hadn't opened before because you believe in yourself and you feel it. Virgos. Virgos might be a little randy in this full moon, by the way, so if a Virgo comes on to you, they are maybe serious. The full moon is in the house of sex and transformation for them, but that really means that you're going to feel that you can really trust yourself. That's why Virgos are going to feel that way. And because you feel you can trust yourself, Virgos are going to open a new door to manifestation. So because they feel the trust, they're going to be willing to gamble on their own abundance, gamble on their own self-confidence, perhaps even open the door to a new business or a new income stream. And it's all because they feel trust for themselves. Libras. Libras are heavily affected by this full moon because this is their month, okay? Happy birthday to the Libras out there. Libras are going to feel very solid suddenly about their relationships. And that's normally something they're solid about, but they have been really uncertain for a full year about a whole bunch of things, including relationships. But they're going to feel solid about their relationships, and that's going to allow them to open a new door of behaving. Okay, so a new way of behaving, a new character, a new spotlight of yourself, all right? And it's because you're feeling solid with those relationships, which is great. Relationships should be working for you. You shouldn't always be working for the relationships, Libra. Scorpios. Scorpios are going to feel very strong in their day-to-day life. Okay, they're going to feel very strong about the life they want to live. They're going to feel very strong about their health potential. They're going to feel very strong about how much work they want to do or not want to do in life. And because they're going to feel strong about what their workday should be, this is going to open new doors for them to faith, okay? And you have to have faith to take risk, right, in order to try things that have never been tried before. Their career right now is under a lot of heat from the universe to grow forward. So it may be some sort of career and daily lifestyle confidence that changes the door on your faith in yourself. This transit is almost over, Scorpio. I hated it too, just so you know. Okay? Sagittariuses might fall in love in this full moon, or at least fall in love for a night. All right? The full moon falls in their house of inner child, love, and romance. So their heart's gonna feel really strong and solid about something. And since their heart feels so strong about something, it's gonna allow them to make changes in their personal placement in society. So they might open a new door of being something else in the world, or having a different title in the world. Maybe if you were a female Sagittarius, you might realize you want to have a baby, which means you open the door to calling yourself a mother, okay? But something the heart really wants opens the door to your place in the world. And you do have success coming, Sag, so don't give up, okay? You've been through a hard toil, I know. Capricorns. Capricorns are going to feel emotional security with this full moon, which is huge. They may seem totally like solid, but inside they're very marshmallow and have been very marshmallow for a long time. And so on this full moon, you're going to really feel strong and feel solid and grounded. And this is going to allow you to open new doors of possibility with your career. Something that you usually don't change very often. But the universe has been expanding your career potential for the last year or so. So your strength and your emotional conviction is what allows you to try something new or open a new opportunity or begin a new opportunity in career and legacy. And legacy does include children, by the way. Aquarius. Aquariuses are going to feel a very solid new attitude. And Aquariuses can cop an attitude, by the way. In fact, this is one of the times where if you're married to an Aquarius, take a couple steps back, okay? Because they're going to be argumentative. The full moon in their third house means that they're going to be all full of themselves and their mind is going to be very strong. But see, what this is going to allow them to do is change their belief. They go back and forth on what they believe, if you know Aquariuses. It's like one day they believe in angels, the next day they don't know if they believe in angels. Like they have Libra in that sense. They go back and forth. That's because they're seeking truth, all right? But you will be so full and solid with your ideas or your logic or your evidence that you will have the ability to open the door and change what your real belief is. And that belief could include the story you're born to live. It could include your life's real meaning and your life's real purpose. So this could be a big one for the Aquariuses and Aquarius risings. And then finally, the Pisces. The Pisces are going to feel very, very valuable on this full moon. This full moon inflates your self-esteem, inflates your sense of abundance. You will feel abundant. You will feel prosperous. You will feel the harvest, so to speak. And what this allows you to do, feeling so abundant, is make some changes in what you trust and what you don't trust. So I think that Pisces will feel very strong and abundant, and they're going to open the door on changing their life. That means they might let somebody in. That means they may close the door on someone that has been toxic or not good for them. That means they may open the door to a new career. Basically, their trust will sharpen up because they feel confident. And it's the changing of the boundaries and the trust is what the universe has been working on Pisces for over a year now with Jupiter in Libra. So this is a quantum full moon, really. It's a powerful full moon. It's a learning full moon, and it's probably the last learning piece we needed for the Jupiter in Libra transit, because Jupiter will be moving into Scorpio very soon. I wish I'd written that down. I don't have it here. But this is really the final showdown of whether or not you have learned. Actually, here I got it down. Jupiter's at step 29 on Sunday. So during this week, Jupiter starts at step 27, which means you're going to make a move to restore your balance and order. You're going to make a move based on what you've learned. And by Sunday, you'll be tested on whether or not that move was right. And I think the full moon is the testing ground. So what Sensei says is, as always, listen to your heart, listen to your soul, listen to your feelings, and go from there, my friend. All right, friend, that's all I have for this week's webisode. I want to remind you we have a special club to rub elbows with other light walkers and people who walk in the light. It is on Facebook. Visit us at namastetoday.club if you'd like to become a member. And if you would like fantastic, out-of-this-world personal spiritual life coaching, I have written software that I keep up every day called the Serious Joy Personal Sensei Service. I send you text messages, I send you emails, and I give you a full custom-written horoscope every day and a vocal pep talk. It's well worth the money, and you can try it for just $3.99. To find out more, visit SeriousJoy.com. Well, I hope you have a fabulous full moon. I hope you restore your balance and you make your peace. And I will see you in 1 week with more. Until then, remember I love you, and to live, love, be.